Nsem-Pii TV nie.
You episode for Mama Kwaba by Nsem-Pii TV so. Drama between the Attorney General Godfred Dame and Lawyer Tsikata eguswa etwaso in court, Accra High Court. Na sad drama way a PM as a result of the case between the MP and prosecution of the government. MP Judge Yanzuh, Member of Parliament for Asin North Ayatonoso by election June 27th, 2023. Now, enya because Lawyer Tsikata and Godfred Dame, they've been going at each other for the period of almost 1 month in court. One started here with the criminal trial of Judge Yanzuh on a day-to-day basis. In Joshua, Godfred Dame were turning up the heat on MP Judge Yanzuh, and the defense lawyer Lawyer Tsikata decided say on also be turning up the heat on Godfred Dame. I'd say Godfred Dame and the FAC prosecution into latest event asaseradio.com a report here on Ghana Web and so a report here drama in court again. We are also with drama first drama PA Lawyer Tsikata threatened Godfred Dame jail term. We hear another one at APM just this Friday 14 July 2023. Now recent court proceeding at the High Court, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Godfred Dame found himself in a confrontation again with renowned lawyer Tsikata. Now, you'll be breaking it down. According to reports from asaseradio.com, the Attorney General retaliated against Tsikata's objection to his failure to announce himself in court. It seems that Tsikata has a notorious habit of deliberately withholding his own name during court proceedings, and this is quite an interesting twist. Now, Lawyer Tsikata and no person or attack Godfred Dame say a ban is saying that Godfred Dame air kasa in court. The internet business question and say shall see with state of proceedings. Lawyer Tsikata the application Courtroom say High Court for an granted stay of proceedings pending ruling from the appeals court. The appeal of the Courtroom say criminal trial no day-to-day basis Judge Yanzuh the ruling by some day-to-day basis no any fapping in the constitutions of Ghana. Inti sa appeal no or more trends are appeal no into among granting a stay of proceedings whilst he waits for that appeal. Now, Deputy Attorney General on Friday, July 14, 2023, a friend Alfred Yebua announcing the presence while holding the brief for the Attorney General. Into Deputy Alfred Yebua and the co-chair Godfred Dame 9 in court during the stay of proceedings hearing Lawyer Tsikata argue the case. Now, Omotrain na Tsikata is concluding his submissions and a request for them stay of proceedings. Tsikata previously filed an application in the Court of Appeal challenging the High Court's dismissal of his stay of proceedings request. On top of that, he also filed an application for judicial review at the Supreme Court seeking to overturn the High Court ruling. However, when Godfred Dame, the Attorney General, arrived at the court, he immediately opposed Tsikata's application. Dame argued that there were no substantial grounds to justify the staying the proceedings based on the pending applications at the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. He emphasized that there were no legal provisions, rules of praxis, or precedents that mandated the court to hold proceedings in such circumstance. Dame further criticized Tsikata for failing to cite any supporting authorities throughout his arguments. First, Godfred Dame ma Judge Tsikata making submissions for stay of proceedings. Now during that process, lawyer Judge Tsikata didn't say on Alfred Yeboah and they contending in court on behalf of the Attorney General of Ghana for obiti say Judge Kwesi. And did not the submissions need now to her say because of appeals court application of the Courtroom, the judicial review application of the Courtroom or Supreme Court in India, among granting a stay of proceedings. I hope na Godfred Dame appeal in court. Start to say or argue say no tie the Lawyer Tsikata kanina now one judicial precedent being anywhere a say in court no all the applications go to Court of Appeal and as all the applications for judicial review go to Supreme Court as a grant to stay of proceedings in your criminal trial in High Court. One cite any example rules of practice being in court a chair says side dwumadie na yedi e court into a standard practice yedi di dwuma in the Accra High Court. Also can say there's no constitutional provision here or also providing three things in no na Lawyer Tsikata argument na heading lacking in these three foundational matters. In response to Attorney General's opposition, and Tsikata raised concern say in open court say Attorney General did not announce himself before addressing the court, which deviated from normal practice. Tsikata expressed his hope that the court would not entertain such deviations. However, Justice Mary Mami Yanzuh noted that Attorney General's name was already displayed on the screen, rendering Tsikata's issue moot. Until Lawyer Tsikata again lose another argument in the regard of Godfred Dame Nsem started say APM no Lawyer Tsikata say Bani saying that Godfred Dame ambo say or can some of the lawyers be argue in court under the standard practice. Until Bani saying no Timi sorry or kasana Judge Mary Yanzuh enhwe na on discourages any man lawyer Godfred Dame in court no. And chance Nidin was screens no so thrown boldly in black and white letters. Say Godfred Dame one of the lawyers who be arguing in court that day. Just because physically when no and punch yesterday, Nidin enye boldly put on the screen for all lawyers today to see. Until Judge Mary Yanzuh appointed that to Lawyer Tsikata. A honor NCWA and the Attorney General attending the guns blazing at Lawyer Tsikata expresses say, or very surprised say Lawyer Tsikata complaining regarding the proper announcement of counsel's then presence. Now, or highlighted say Tsikata consistently violating court rules no by deliberately withholding the name. Until Lawyer Tsikata then modus operandi be a odidi juma in a long while. Say opera arguments in court or the hotel on country almost saying or back court. Nanti precope ubehuano heading with PM na ordinary arguments about her na writing or the submissions hiding at all. Inti idea of violating court rules in that regard. Inti anyone say obiti say Lawyer Tsikata complaining with this particular issue. I know can say Dame pointed out that his presence had been duly recorded and displayed on the screens for all the lawyers present, as acknowledged by the trial judge. He deemed Tsikata's complaint baseless. Inti way anyone say Emma Lawyer Tsikata raised a lot of concerns regarding the Attorney General Godfred Dame because most of the argument with the young lawyer are falling flat. Now, Justice Yanzuh, Mary Yanzuh, trial judge, I say, or take exception to Tsikata's reply and Attorney General's response, and admonished them to be mindful of more languages when they are more addressing courts. It's always important to be maintaining respect and professionalism with the legal setting. But in common drum twema mentwe heated argument between the Attorney General Godfred Dame and lawyer Tsikata. Now, following in these intense exchanges, Judge ruled against Tsikata's application for a stay of proceedings based on the pending Court of Appeal case. The judge cited said there's absence of any form of legal requirement be a mandate such a stay. So unpair any form of legal requirement and there's no way the wishes will be granted like that of a genie. Now, court on adjourning the ruling on the application for judicial review pending Supreme Court July 18th, 2023. Until we practice the battle ensuing between Godfred Dame and lawyer Tsikata still persists, still continues, still goes on and on. Now, there you have it. We the latest update on the courtroom between Attorney General and lawyer Tsikata. Now, what is interesting is in Confrontation na lawyer Tsikata Justice Prover at the remarks be about following alleged threat of Godfred Dame jail term na lawyer Tsikata adding a kind, but you perceive a call back to the original article. Say lawyer Tsikata threatened Justice Attorney General Godfred Dame jail term. Seneya ebe juxtapose the lawyer Prover, assistant lawyer for James Yachikwesi, junior counsel for James Yachikwesi in the case between the state and Yachikwesi. Now, on Thursday, July 6th, 2023, fascinating spectacle unfolded in court as Tsikata counsel for MP James Kwesi moved an application for a stay of proceedings in the ongoing criminal trial. Until the consistent move by James Yachikwesi's lawyers and yet to argue the facts of the case is to delay the case. That has been the strategy and the legal strategy of James Yachikwesi and the lawyers. In July 6, 2023, Tsikata's affidavit in support of the application cited various grounds, including a comparison between Yachikwesi's situation and Tsikata's own experience in 2008, which led to his conviction by an Accra High Court. He further insinuated and threatened the current Attorney General Godfred Dame, suggesting that if power were to change hands in the future, Dame might face similar prosecution. And when Justice Lawyer Prover Teriwaja at this statement be by say na lawyer Tsikata Nsem no kano nye directly to Attorney General Godfred Dame, but to everybody obetimi afesi criminal trial in future. Said the rights of an accused person will be then protected. But Osha in Semna a course or court na directly to Godfred Dame. And it's not Godfred Dame at the immediate clap back and a response by and said, I sympathize sincerely with your experience in 2003. From Okasano, I say still you are still in shock and in pains for going through legal defeat. Now it ended up in jail. But one thing I can guarantee you say, in now I will not repeat the same. Justice Lawyer Teriwaja Prover response not the Abana. It does not align with the response Attorney General at the buyer regarding the threat of the Attorney General Godfred Dame by lawyer Tsikata. Any day court proceedings ensuing between lawyer Tsikata and Godfred Dame ebeding ebesi yadamasi bebre semuti Nsem-Pii TV. Please subscribe, like and share. Reservations be obetimi dia comment section. Yadamasi bebre semuti Nsem-Pii TV. Made in the corner boafo. Mena me decide editorial way. Abraham.